Lastell, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What got you into acting?
Well, I did the requisite high school play, but that didn't really count, and I wasn't.
Well, why didn't it count? No, what?
Well, because I was so shy. I was painfully shy in high school, so I never did any kind of theater or anything. And I started singing. I didn't sing in public till I was 25.
Really?
At a bank Christmas party, and my knees were shaking together so hard you couldn't tell what I was singing. But anyway, then I worked at Mass Park Middle School in Huntsville, Texas, and Margene Krager got me into it more, and I finally auditioned for a community theater play, and so I've been hooked on it ever since.
Well, singing, people, you don't just happen to sing. Did you do choir? What was
No, I didn't, because I was too shy, and I kind of trained myself, and later on I took some singing lessons, and so I'm just mostly self-taught.
Okay. Well, let's look at the acting. You said you did the requisite high school play, but that doesn't count. Well, what play did you do?
Oh boy, I'd have to look that up. There were 3 one-acts that we did as a senior play.
Right.
It was the senior play, and it was something about a jury. I don't remember. I'd have to look
Okay.
it up.
Not the 12 Angry Men or something
No,
like that. Some
no, it
female
wasn't
version,
that
right? No. Okay.
intense.
What is it about acting that you like?
I love the process of creating the character and figuring out what motivates them and what what they're about.
Okay.
And you get to be somebody else.
Right.
To get to explore that.
So how do you get into a character?
I read the script a lot, many times, and then go back and break it down and figure out what the character's doing, what the character wants, what the character needs at a certain time, and how they're reacting to the other people in the script.
Okay. So how do you prepare for an audition?
I read the script ahead of time if possible. And if it's a singing audition, of course, I go over as many songs as I can.
You said you were self-taught on singing? Is that right? So,
Yeah, pretty much.
You didn't do really choir and stuff?
No,
well,
no.
At some point you got over your shyness. So what was that? What was that transition?
I just finally, I think it was in college mostly, a little bit when I was a senior, because you're a senior. But I had this roommate who talked all the time and who would, she was just the life of the party. And if you wanted to not be a fly on the wall, you had to step up and meet her with it. So,
right.
But as far as getting on stage, I just finally had to do it. I was just compelled to do it. And so I thought, what the heck? I'm going to go for this. And finally I kept getting on stage and got comfortable.
Tell me some of the plays that you've done.
The Odd Couple.
Okay.
Female version.
Sure.
That was fun. Mickey the Cop. And Always Patsy Cline. Done that one several times. I haven't done a whole lot. Oh, the Dixie Swim Club. That was fun.
Dixie Swim Club. Oh.
Bernadette Sims.
Yeah. How many costume changes are in there, or wig changes, or whatever?
I wore this horrible wig throughout. But they age, and so
Sure. Right.
I wore a clown costume and all sorts of things in there. There were about 4 costume changes.
That are quick, right?
Yes, pretty quick.
You're from Huntsville, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm originally from Midway, which is close to Madisonville, north of Huntsville.
I know where that is, yes.
But now I live in Huntsville
Huntsville?
for 16 years.
So, tell me about the theater there.
Huntsville Community Theater is going really strong right now. They had some lean years, and now they've got really good people working there. The board of directors is really strong. They've really gotten it on its feet, and they've had some really good productions. And I anticipate that's going to continue.
Well, that's excellent.
It's really a neat city. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot about Sam Houston. In fact, when I was on vacation one year, a woman said, "Isn't that where they kill people?" So, well, there are other things there.
What they do there.
Well, that's not all we're about.
No. Tell me about Always Patsy Cline. How did you get into it?
I saw Always Patsy Cline at stages in Houston. And no, that's not the first time I saw it. I saw it at the outdoor musicals in Galveston.
Okay.
And I loved it. And I was a fan of Patsy Cline, but my brother-in-law really turned me on to Patsy Cline, and
Mm-hmm.
I really started studying her voice.
Right.
You don't want to imitate her, but that pure, clear sound that she has is
Mm-hmm.
what compels you to listen to her. But this play, it's so well written, and those
Mm-hmm.
two characters are so intertwined with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we started doing it, Mary, Alan Keating, and I
Mm-hmm.
just had this instant bond with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just wonderful. It's just so much fun to do.
How did you meet Mary?
I met her at the auditions for this play. I didn't know
Oh,
her
really?
before.
You didn't know her before?
No, I
No.
didn't. No, I didn't.
How long have you known her then?
Since 2008.
Okay, so
In
not long. Yeah. I think-
March when we did it, 2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many times have you done this play now?
I believe this is the fourth production that we've done.
Production. So you've done it at the Crighton,
We did it at Huntsville twice. We did
Right.
it at Magnolia.
right?
And the Crichton. This is the fifth one.
This is the fifth, right?
Yeah.
So you've done it here twice, right?
Mhm.
The
This is
Crichton.
the second time.
So other than the music, what's the appeal of the show, do you feel?
The friendship of these two characters, that's what it's really about.
Right.
I mean, of course it's about the music.
Sure.
But it's like the chicken and the egg. If you don't
Mhm.
have one, you just have a musical review if you have the music,
Exactly.
which is wonderful.
Yes.
But these two, and when I was researching this, when we first did it, I found out that most of this, the sequence of events, she met her, is true. She
Right.
met her
Oh,
at the
no.
Esquire, and down to little details.
Right.
And the way they interwove those details into bringing out the next song. You know,
Mhm.
my character Louise introduces the next song
Yes.
almost, and
Mhm.
the way they wrote that, oh gosh, it's just amazing how tight that script is and how wonderful it is.
And the first time I ever saw it was in Denver. I want to say Carolyn was pregnant at the time. And we saw it, so we knew we had to do it. But even over that time, I think the play has changed a little bit over time. And I'm not saying big changes, but
Right.
small changes. The lines have changed here. They've
Yeah.
emphasized this versus that. For instance, the first time I saw it, I didn't even notice the band.
Huh.
I know there's interaction with the band. I didn't even notice. You know someone's playing the music.
Right. And if I'm
Didn't
not
miss that.
mistaken, it started out as like almost a one act. It was much shorter, and then they.
Mhm. Yeah, because some of the songs are kind of, I know this is a Patsy Cline song, but I don't remember it from the show. You know, and maybe it was there, just years ago. Don't remember, but it does seem like it's been tweaked, if
Right.
you will,
It has.
over time. What other roles would you like to do other than Patsy Cline?
Oh gosh, I love comedies. I would like to
Gypsy.
do
Gypsy. Oh,
yes.
you play Mom. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that would be fun.
Oh no, I'm sure that'd be a blast. What other than Gypsy?
I'll have to think about that. No, probably. I just like to do them all.
So this is the night job. What do you do in the daytime?
I am a high school math teacher in Huntsville. Teach Algebra 2.
Have fun with that?
I do. It's fun.
What
Love
is
it.
about the students that you like, or is it
I
like
think
this
it's
like?
figuring out what makes each one of them tick, and
Mhm.
what makes them want to do the math. And
Mhm.
it's not the math that makes them want to do the math. It's
No.
connecting with them on a personal level.
Mhm.
And that's, I guess, maybe there's a connection there with finding the personal level of the character in a play and finding that it's the same kind of thing.
Right. So you use these acting skills and singing skills in your
Well,
classroom?
sometimes I'm pretty silly. Sometimes I'm a mean old teacher,
Right.
but they respond well to you being a human and not being
Right.
a robot.
Do they ever come see you? Or is it-
Yeah, they do. They do. Former students come in,
Right.
and some of them come by and hug me during the day, and that's always very rewarding.
Mhm. What do you look for in a director?
Someone who's organized yet willing to listen, and someone who I need someone who helps me because I'm a relative beginner at this. I have different styles.
We talked about getting into a character and stuff. Is there different acting techniques or styles, or are there even actresses that you would like to mimic? It's like, yeah, I liked what they're doing there. I could tell. Yeah.
There's so many that I admire, but I learn a lot by watching.
Sure, absolutely.
And then asking questions and figuring out, and yeah.
When you go to see a show, what shows do you like to see?
I tend to gravitate toward the musicals and the
Mm-hmm.
and the comedies,
Mm-hmm.
but I like the dramas as well.
Mm-hmm. If heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to heaven?
Yes, I'm really here. Come on in. Come on in anyway.
Come on in, sit right down, and make yourself at home.
That's right. There you go.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.